Okay, so now in order to add stamina, we can create new custom event for that. So let's call this add stamina. Move it down. And we're basically doing same thing that we did here, but in opposite. So we want to grab our stamina and we want to add some value to it. And I want my stamina to recover a little bit slower than it is decreasing. So we will go with 0.05. Now we need to clamp float as well. So this value will never go below 0 and never will go higher than 100. And now we can set our stamina. Let's plug this in. Organize a little bit. And now we can do something pretty fun. We can make our system more advanced. So imagine this, we are sprinting, we are holding our shift and our stamina hits 0 and we still hold shift button. We can no longer sprint. So we're just walking and our stamina is increasing. And now when our stamina hits, for example, 70, so it's 70%, and we still hold the shift button, we want to start running. I think this is pretty cool. So let's do that. Let's add a branch and check if our stamina is greater than 70. And now we will also do another branch because now we need to get input action sprint and plug it here. So when our stamina got restored to 70 and we are holding sprint button, we want to sprint. So we can just sprint enter. But if it's not, we can just continue. Our code is getting a little bit long, so let's just comment things. This will be just add stamina. Here, if stamina is greater than 70 and player is holding sprint key, start running. And then we want to check if our stamina is full, so if it is equal to 100. And if our stamina is 100, we want to stop increasing our stamina. So we can go back to our sprint exit, and here after this 3-second wait, we can first of all clear this decreasing stamina, and now we can set new timer by function name, and this function name here will be our add stamina. Let's just paste this here. Again, it will be 0.01, and let's save this as stamina increase handle, and let's just comment this. Then stop decreasing stamina and start increasing. So again, this is happening after we exit sprinting. We're not sprinting anymore. Then we wait 3 seconds and we want to start regenerating our stamina after 3 seconds of not sprinting. Let's go back to our add stamina, because here, if the stamina hits 100, we want to stop this timer. So let's grab this stamina increase handle and clear and invalidate timer by handle. Let's just move this to sprinting category. And here, if it did not hit 100, so we are regenerating our stamina and it's still not full, and our player is starting to run, we also want to get our stamina increase handle and cleared, so we're not increasing stamina while running. We can comment this. If player starts to sprint, stop increasing stamina. Okay, so let's go over this sprinting one more time because it might be a little bit confusing. First, when we press left shift, we are checking if we are holding any of W, A, S, or D buttons. If we are, which means we are moving, we want to enter sprinting. When we no longer hold our sprint button, we want to exit sprinting. This sprint enter event is right here, and first of all, we're checking if our stamina is greater than 0. If it is, we are setting these variables, such as sprinting and max walk speed, and we're setting a timer. So every 0.01 second, it will decrease 0.1 stamina. This function is right here, decrease stamina. First, we make sure the player is moving. Here we are decreasing this stamina right here. And if stamina hits 0, we are exiting sprinting. Sprinting exit looks like this. First of all, we make sure we are sprinting. If we exit sprinting, we no longer want to decrease our stamina, and we are going back to 150 walk speed. We are setting is sprinting to false, and after 3 seconds of not sprinting, we are starting to regenerate our stamina. So we are creating a new timer, and this timer is calling this add stamina function, which is consistently adding 0.05 to our stamina. If it is greater than 70 and we are still holding shift, we are entering the sprinting. And if the stamina hits 100, we are no longer increasing our stamina. But if it's not 100 and our player is starting to sprint, we're also disabling this timer for increasing our stamina. Now let's see if this actually works. So let's just click play. Now my stamina is 100. If I move around normally, nothing happens. But when I hold shift, my stamina is decreasing. When I stop shifting, I go back to walking and my stamina is starting to restore, as you can see. And here I made a little mistake because on this new timer right here, we need to make sure it is looping. Sorry for that. And also one last thing I almost forgot about is that we need to go to our sprint enter, and here we have start decreasing stamina. Here, before doing that, we also need to make sure to implement our stop increasing stamina. So let's clear, plug this here, and we can comment this stop increasing stamina. Let's play and test this one more time. When I sprint, stamina is decreasing, but when I stop sprinting, we wait 3 seconds and then our stamina is starting to increase, as you can see. And it is increasing slower than it is decreasing. And when I sprint and our stamina hits 0, I'm not sprinting anymore. And after 3 seconds, this stamina is starting to regenerate and I'm holding shift this whole time, but I'm not sprinting. But if the stamina will hit 70, I will start sprinting again, as you can see. Yep, everything works fine. And that's it for sprinting, at least for now, because we will go back to sprinting while adding crouch functionality. And we will also add footstep sound effects, so we will have to modify this code slightly. But this is pretty much everything about sprinting.